What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we got the green lights, we got the green shirts, so we're playing a green deck. Actually, some of that was kind of coincidental, but it is a green deck today. We're playing Elves in Historic. So, one of those things that everybody's going to probably try to do, especially since we had so many new Elves that were introduced with Jumpstart. But I figured I was going to take my shot at it, and we're going to go a little bit different direction than what I've been seeing. So at least maybe you get to see a few other cards you wouldn't normally see in these lists. And before we get into that, two things. One, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell because that helps me out so very much while I'm trying to grow the channel. The other is to check out my sponsor, Cardsphere.com. They do a great job of finding people to buy the cards from you that you want to sell them for at the price you want to sell them for. And if you want to buy cards from somebody, you can find the cards that you want at the price they're selling them for that you want. What I'm saying is basically you put in your haves and the price you want to sell them for, you put in your wants and the price you want to buy them for, and they pair you up with all the right people and take the work out of your hands. And the best part is it's all actual money. You're not dealing in credits or funny money or points or any of that other stuff. It's just straight money you can deposit right into your account. But with that being said, let's get in and take a look at this elf deck. Alright, so I tried a few different versions when we were first starting this, and I kind of went with like mana heavy to see how fast we could ramp up, and a couple of search cards and a couple of draw things, and it's just like this is all stuff everybody else was doing. So I said, what if we just go as aggressive if we can realistically go and see what that looks like. So going down this list, we have 3 Allosaurus Shepherds. This is one of the new cards that was presented in Jumpstart, and it's actually pretty cool. It's a 1 mana creature. The cool part is it keeps your creatures from being countered, which is fantastic. It itself can't be countered. That's awesome. And then you can pay 6 and turn all your creatures into 5/5s. That's pretty sweet. Llanowar Elves, we would play 8 of these if we could, but we can only play 4, so just 4, you know. Elvish Clancaller, another way to pump your creatures and search for more of them. Elvish Visionary, it's a way to draw cards. Believe it or not, I'm actually the least excited about Visionary of all the cards in the list, but we'll see how that holds up as we play these games. Rinzrun's Vanquisher, I like this a lot, mostly because it has Death Touch, and being a 3/3 is sizable to stop most of your opponent's 1 and 2 mana things, especially when you're playing against, say, Knights or Mono Red or Goblins. Like, you can really hold up pretty well, and then once it gets bigger, you can fight most of the big threats your opponents are going to have. Elvish Archdruid, one of the new reprints as well. Also, Vanquisher came out of Jumpstart as well. But there's Archdruid, gives you all the extra mana you want, pumps your creatures. Imperious Perfect, we're only playing 3 because I visualize us using a lot of our mana every turn, so we're not often going to get to make a token, but we'll see. Playing Lead the Stampede because we can just keep getting infinite creatures, which is awesome. Steel Leaf Champion because it's still the biggest, best thing we can do. Playing a couple of Icon of Ancestry because it allows us to pump all of our elves, but also search for more elves, which is pretty fantastic to keep us moving. A couple of Craterhoof Behemoths because if we draw it, it's usually just going to end the game. And then some Castle Garenbrigs and Forest. So nothing super fancy. We're just going to hop in here, play some games, see how it goes. Let's go hop into the arena. Alright, this is definitely a keeper. There's no way we're tossing this back. Turn 1 elf into a turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion if that Llanowar elf lives. Opponent has taken 1 mulligan here. The only downside is we're pretty much going to just be forced into playing the Lead the Stampede on turn 2 if we don't draw anything else. Opponent also has Elves. Doesn't tell us if this is Elves or something like Rule yet, though. So hopefully us taking the aggressive role on the play gives us some assistance here. They're playing all the mana elves, so they're just going to be able to go bigger, faster here. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get in there for our 5. Turns things into 5/5 dinosaurs, but they don't actually trample or anything, so that's pretty key. Let's draw a card. More Lead the Stampedes, which we don't actually... Oh, I should have played this first. I messed up. Oh, if we lose, that's going to be why. I needed to play that first, then draw the card after, so I could reveal an elf. That actually hurts. That's real bad for us. Oh man, that's real bad. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I goofed. Being able to attack with that and this on this turn would have been gigantic. Oh, wow. Alright, well, we're kind of forced into playing this, so I might have thrown this first game away, y'all. I mean, we get all these creatures, which is nice, but, Alright. We'll reveal. We'll show them this since, I mean, they already know these are in our hand. And I'm going to attack with just a Still Leaf Champion. I mean, we could just be dead here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Not quite. Because, I mean, even if they wanted to Crater Hub here, that's not nearly enough. Next turn, it will be enough for sure. I do like me some Vanquisher's Banner. That is a good one. Don't think we're dead yet, though. Not willing to write us off just yet. If we get 6, we can play 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, let's do that. We'll play some big creatures of our own. Play this. Play this. So now the question is, next turn, can we Crater Hoof if we just don't die somehow, right? As long as we maintain it... Well, the opponent's at 10, so if we just attack with this and this, they're incentivized to block. So they either give up pumps on their creatures or they just trade their Allosaur. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no. Oh, this must be hoof. We're just dead, right, y'all? 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, no, they don't even have to tap the elf. Okay, so there's a Llanowar elf. That just trades 1 for 1 because of the Archdruid. So we're dead, right? Yep, there's 6. It wasn't Crater Hoof. All right. I think we got this. So being the aggressor in this matchup has paid off. Yep, because now we can just hoof. Do we want to get this mana? Hold on. This gets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get 6, 7, 8, and then we can attack with all of those. Yep, that sounds about right. Tap for that. Tap for that. And play... Wait a minute. Hold on. Was this going to give us the option to... Activate good. Oh, okay. I see why. It was asking me if I wanted to tap my other dude. Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. Sorry about those dinging notifications there, y'all. I'll get that fixed over the next game. People are kind of distracting me from doing my video work, unfortunately. Alright, big attack. Get in there, crush everything, and that'll do it. Alright, we're going to keep this. It's not super spectacular, but it is good enough. Unfortunately, the opponent... Oh, no, that comes in tap, so we do get a shot at attacking into that. We'll take our card, which is another Elder's Visionary. This is kind of the downside. Like, Visionary draws a card, but ultimately doesn't really do anything, which I think is what hurts me most about it. Alright, next turn we could have 4 mana. I think we're just going to do this. Force the opponent to have a kill card for it. If they do, yeah, they're not going to play anything else for the turn, which is fine. We'll take our damage there. That is excellent. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to just be more efficient because we can possibly just play this in Pierce Perfect next turn and just have bigger creatures. Yeah, because I'm willing to trade this Visionary if they attack. Oh, Cabal Stronghold. Forgot about that card. So you can spend 3 to make 3. So they're not really getting ahead on mana right now. Makes me wonder why they're playing it, though. That is a bit concerning. Gets +1 for each creature in your opponent's graveyard. Well, let's not put a lot of creatures over there. That seems like the smart plan. So let's go ahead and play this. And we will call Elf. Since that uses up all of our bodies. And we're going to attack with just those two. We don't want to put the Allosaurus at risk just yet. Or the Allosaurus Shepherd, I should say. Alright, Grey Merchant. That'll drain us for some. Seems good. Would have liked another land here, if I was being completely honest. But let's just do this. No attacks. Mostly because now we can do like this and make a token next turn. We can play a Vanquisher. I mean, the problem is, though, if they just have another Grey Merchant, we're just going to die soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Murderous Rider, sure. We can block a white and go to 5. That would have been our next best play. So we do this, and then we can make another, what would be a 4/4? So that seems fine. Unfortunately, we're just in range of dying to Grey Merchant at this point. Liliana, mill 3 cards, at least 1 zombie. Target creature gets -X, or number of zombies you control. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, sure. It'll just be what it is. Assuming they want to kill the Archdruid. Makes sense. She can do it again. +1. Each opponent loses a life and gain a life. So that's going to be bad for us. We're just going to have to try to somehow get as big as we can. I don't see how we're going to do it from here, though. I mean, this might just be our play. I don't know. I think, honestly, what I'd rather have in here is a couple of just, like, overrun type effects. You know, I think that would be really good. Where we just give a bunch of stuff like +2/+2 and trample. I think that would be plenty enough. That would actually be pretty exciting, to be honest. Because I think those type of scenarios, we'd be able to win a lot easier. Even than waiting on Craterhoof sometimes. Because then you only need like 4 or 5 mana, and that would just be enough. Boy. I think we do this. If we attack with this, they block with white, white. 1 dies. Can we just attack with everything, right? If we attack here, they block there. Attack here, block here. 4, 5. I mean, we're at 9. They're at 11. I'm just trying to think if there's any way they would take 1 during their upkeep. So if we can get 10 through. But let's say we attack. They block efficiently, right? They block here. Block here. They could still take 7. So they'd have to block another one. So I assume they block with like Murderous Rider. You know what? We're going to do it. And if they have a way to kill 2 creatures of ours next turn, then we just die. If they have a way to kill 1, we could still block with the white Vanquisher situation, and that's fine. Alright, they've got creatures going to the yard. Yeah, if they're double blocking, that's fine. Like, that pumps the whites, but we don't care. Okay, that makes sense. We assume that had to at least be 1 block of some kind. And then Murderous Rider, I assume, blocks something, so they can gain 2 life. Okay, but you're not going to let the Steel Leaf champ through for 8. That just seems crazy. Alright, that's 10. Okay, that makes sense. Those blocks make sense. Alright, that's a little better. I mean, we still just kill a Murderous Rider. Yeah, this still largely ended up as expected, so... the question is, did they get the kill card? They did not. Now... they're at 4. If we attack with everything, they can block straight up. White there, block this here, block that, block that. So that's not effective for us. So let's just go hunting. We're going to go find more things. These are definitely more things. Also got rid of a bunch of land we didn't want to draw, which is nice. Reveal an elf card. I think here, I'm still willing to probably attack with these 2. Because we're at 9. We would kill at least 1. We'd kill 2 of the opponent's things. We'd still have 3 blockers. I think that's the efficient thing to do. Their whites will become like an 8/8 or whatever, but we don't greatly care. I mean, this is where the Vanquisher pays off, because like we can just keep putting pressure on the opponent and they have to do something. Okay, especially like next turn, because now if they get 2 kill cards here, then so be it. I mean, they have the mana to just wipe us out. Because the kill card's going to pump their whites, so if they kill this, like... we block there. And we block there. I don't think there's a way for them to give them trample or anything, but we'll see. Or is this them just conceding? You have 3 cards in hand. Oh, wow. Alright. Well, we were able to deal with it. Ringe Run Vanquisher paid off. Alright, we're going to get Llanowar Elf into Steel Leaf Champion. And then having double lead the Stampede means we're going to get to reload pretty well here. Fantastic. Solid turn 2. Looks like this could be a bunch of different decks. Mono black, could be Knights. Black green, Brain Maggots, huh? Choose a non-land card from it. Well, you get to lead the Stampede. It seems pretty good. That is also very good. But I think knowing what the opponent's playing here, I'm going to go ahead and lead the Stampede right now. Fantastic. And we're going to attack with that Steel Leaf Champ. So now if the opponent wanted to play a discard spell, they're less incentivized because they still have to deal with the Steel Leaf Champ. If we next turn go Range 1 Vanquisher into Clan Caller, that's pretty rough for them. Though we could play a land and get 6 mana, and we could just that and that, which could be pretty big too. Which I think that's smart, because we're not doing anything else with the Llanowar Elf. And then it's possible we could do even more next turn. So let's do that. Let's get 6. Oh, wait. We can't. We can't use the mana for non-creatures. So if we do that, the play's just going to be this. We're going to build an elf. Submit. And again, this is about just staying aggressive. Because next turn, we can just play this and cast both of our pump spells. Which is what we really want to do. Doing this before the attack step, because if for some reason the elf were to die during combat, we wouldn't be able to play what we wanted to. Now if they have the kill card, it's going to come down on the Steel Leaf Champion. Probably a Murderous Rider. Yep. They're 13. But this is also tying up their mana for consecutive turns, so we're okay with that. And then once our hand's empty, now that we have the icon, we'll be able to start searching every turn to keep casting stuff. And this is tough for the opponent because a good play for them is actually to just pump the knight and block. You know, okay, that is going to gain them life. And if they're getting to some situation where they have, oh, that's interesting. If they have Grey Merchant, they'd be getting close to killing us as well. So this provides 6, 7. We are 1 away from doing what we want to do. So I say we do this. Call Elf. We do this. And we just put it on the opponent. See what they do. I mean, they can't block the Steel Leaf, so that's just straight up 7. Ooh, Ayar is taking the hit. We don't mind that at all. And that severely reduces any impact we would get from a Grey Merchant. Brain Maggots, oh, they get to take our Crater Hoof. So sad. Not that we care greatly, because the Brain Maggots are going to have to block here soon. I mean, the best thing the opponent can do is just play the Murderous Rider unless they have another creature kill card. Alright, so we're going to assume that's the case, because otherwise, why not cast the Murderous Rider? Because that gains you life and blocks a thing. Ooh. Oh, this is... Huh. Let's take a look at the battlefield one more time. So let's assume they kill the Steel Leaf Champion, block here, or some combination there. I guess they're just going to try to block the champion here. Alright. So I'm just going to take this, I think. Though taking another champion seems nice here, but like this is just, everything's just bigger. And we just attack with all of it. Like there's no good situation here, even if they have a kill card for them. Because if you kill this, now you have to block here, and then you die, so like there's nothing. So yeah, I guess for me, Historic still feels the same way, that we're playing against just the super fast aggro decks, whether it be Elves, Knights, Mono Black, Mono Red, or some Mono White life gain stuff, or it's just making a bunch of mana to generally ramp up to Ugin, Ulamog, or Craterhoof in some way. Not sure if that's good or bad. I mean, technically, if you think about it, that's like 8 different decks, but they're really kind of like low to the ground aggro or just ramp for the most part they're running into. Though the mono black decks, I guess, fall somewhere into the middle depending on the build. But ultimately, we're not really worried about what our opponent's doing. In best of 3, you could sideboard some of the heroic interventions and things like that, and that's probably a good bet. But most likely, you're kind of just going for it. I do think I like the more aggressive version better. I may even find a way to squeeze in 1 or 2 copies of something that, like I said, gives your creatures +2/+2 and trample, you know, overcome, something like that. Just because I think that's another reasonable way to win that people don't really expect, and it's affordable. You can play usually those for 4 or 5 mana and just end the game. So something I'll be looking into, because Craterhoof is nice, but you don't necessarily need Craterhoof to win. Also, that would give you the options of the Allosaurus Elf, Craterhoof, and the Overrun, whatever we settle on, to be a winner as well. So, gives you a lot of outs and kind of can create a lot of different board states you can win from, which would be really nice. But overall, the deck was very good. I am definitely in favor of the more aggressive version. I think that allows us to keep pushing forward. It lets you to have bigger creatures than your opponent. And truthfully, I think the Death Touch, as you saw in that mono black matchup, came in very handy taking down bigger creatures. And honestly, I think if those were some of the lesser creatures these elf decks are playing, we wouldn't have won that game. And one last thing, I think Marwyn is a little bit of a trap, especially now that you have Archdruid. I'm not really looking forward to playing Marwyn in any of my elf lists currently. But that's it. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Subscribing helps me out so much, everyone, while we're trying to grow the channel, and I super appreciate it. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.